Well, good evening. Bob Burgess here once again with the Burgi View. Today is, actually it's the 18th, but it's because it's past midnight. But I'm giving you the report for the 17th, June 17th of my 17th day of my 30-day fast. And I'm actually today was pretty good. Didn't exert myself very much. As a matter of fact, when I was talking about how I did on Sunday after I'd had my difficult day on Saturday, or actually, let me go to Monday. I told you that I did much better. I didn't tell you that I slept all day. I mean, of course, when you're sleeping, you're not eating. At least, not. I may have sleep walked or sleep eaten before. It's very possible, but I don't think I did that. So one of the reasons my day was a little bit better on Monday, one of them is because I didn't have to deal with much because I slept so much. I actually, slept until about 10:30, and then I did a few things, and then I went back, sat down on the couch and started watching a little TV, and then fell asleep until about 3:30, and so a lot of the day was spent sleeping. But just to make it up, I think, I do have a tendency to, just in life, to I don't know if this is old age or not, but just to nod off a lot. My dad used to do that when he got older, but I'm seeming to be getting there faster than he did. But today was a pretty good day. Didn't have any major problems. Hunger, once again, is not an issue. I'm not feeling hunger. I'm feeling a desire to eat, craving for some kind of foods, but it's not comes from hunger. It's from wanting to have that sensation, wanting to eat and taste. So I'm trying to dissuade that as much as I can. Got a little advice tonight, a little suggestion about having a prepared seasoning, just kind of tasting that, and that can do a world of good for you. So I'll do whatever it takes, but I am going to get through this 30 days. Now, I did not tell you last night, sorry about this, I just neglected to do it, about my weight loss from the day before. Because I told you I was at 290.6. And surely the next day I would be under 290. But the next day, as I told you, that I only lost half pound, so 290.1. Well, 290.1, what? That I only need to lose 0.2 of a pound to get under 290. Unfortunately, this morning, I was still at 290.1. How is that possible? How is that possible? A friend of mine tried to explain it from the sense of the body trying to hold on to the fat and that type of thing, and I'm sure that's true. But I've lost up to this time. So my overall loss is 27.7. I'm only obese class 2, which is a step up from 3. And tomorrow, I hope I have a report that I'm under 290. That's my intention. I took my blood pressure a little while ago as 131/71, which is still too high on the top, but my blood sugar is 91, which is down in the normal range. So, but it's I've been getting that where it's 90 something, and then it's 136, and then 96, and then the next day is 131. And then down to 113, and now down to 91. So it didn't jump back up after I did 113, but we'll see how that works. So that's a report on my numbers and how I'm doing, and I am doing pretty well. I have every intention of being hitting at least that 30-day mark. I do want to talk to you about one thing. My mind is so it's so interesting. You ought to spend some time in my head. I think it would be like riding a roller coaster. It would be very exciting for other people and kind of wild, I think. But I was driving to my men's group tonight, where I taught a lesson tonight on on the book of Deuteronomy. And if you notice what my thumbnail picture was, what I have in my hand, that has some relation to the book of Deuteronomy, particularly chapter 6. But what I was thinking, I was driving along and I was thinking about my son Joshua. Now, as some of you know, Joshua passed away back in November. He was 37 years old, died from the results of Huntington's disease and having fought that for several years. And I don't want the memory of my son to go away. I want people to appreciate the man that he was and the impact that he had on people. And I was just thinking about that kind of thing. And it came to mind about the struggle he had with his body, and that he really worked hard. He went in the Army and worked really hard on his physical, the physical training that he did, and trying to be in shape, and he took a lot of pride in what he could do with his body. He did a lot of activities. He did a lot of hiking and a lot of climbing. I would not call my son athletic at all, because he didn't particularly care for sports and didn't really care to do sports, and wasn't that good when he did. But as a matter of fact, he's kind of awkward in a sporting situation. But he was such a good guy in so many ways, so dedicated, so encouraging, such a good friend to so many people, and just made a huge impact on lives, especially mine. I got to thinking about his body. His body just began to betray him, particularly the nervous system from his brain into the rest of his body stopped being able to communicate as well, so he developed a lot of excessive movements called chorea and jerkiness. His body couldn't process food all the time like it's supposed to, and there was he just went through a lot. And of course, physically, it was a lot to watch and him go through. And what started to happen in my mind is I started to realize that I have not had that challenge, yet I have not taken care of my body. I mean, that's like taking for granted the gift that God has given me to have pretty good health, but to just let my health, just to spoil it, to ruin my own health by my own behavior, and then having all kinds of excuses in my head, and trying to be funny about it at times, about the food that I like, and how I couldn't live without this or that, and what it has done is create this situation where I feel like I have to do something dramatic in order to get hold of things and get in a position where I can and then work on maintaining. So if you have good health, just really be grateful for it, and do what you can to maintain it. Otherwise, I think that you're wasting a gift that God has given you. And I believe I've done that. And so I'm trying to get back to a place where I can more enjoy the world that He's created, and enjoy relationships better, and even have a better relationship with my own body and myself, so that we can maybe like each other a little bit more. So that's a lesson that my mind went through today, thinking about what I'm going through, and looking at Joshua and how much I admire and respected him for how he handled things, even though his body was not his friend, particularly during the last 10 to 15 years of his life. But mine has been, but I've not treated it like a friend. So that's my word for you tonight, and I hope you got something out of that. And I am so grateful for those of you that have contacted me and checking on me. That's wonderful. I want you to continue to do that. I ask once again for you please to comment, because I want to read your comments. and let you see what you think and ask me questions. There's bound to be some questions about areas I'm not covering that you're curious about. It's perfectly fine for you to do that. I'll try to address them. But until tomorrow night, where I will have accomplished the 18th day of my fast, I would say until tomorrow, bye-bye.